viscose. Okay, so today I'm going to be sort of going through what I mean by moisture training your hair. And why I'm doing this is because I have tried wash and goes for the past maybe 3 or 4 years and wash and goes have never worked for me or for my hair. My hair just doesn't look like anything. It turns dry. It just doesn't work for me. And even when I first started out, I looked like a wet mop with dandruff, and so I just let it go. And then I just went on my merry way doing what I normally do. And then I found out that I was doing a lot of, basically what I'm trying to say is there's some people who wash and goes don't work for. Hello? Anyway, sorry about that. So I feel that wash and goes, at least for me, haven't worked yet. It probably has a lot to do with maybe the products, the conditions I'm using, the kind my hair structure and stuff like that. And I really believe that. I believe that it has a lot to do with the fact that I've been coloring my hair for basically over 12 years, red. And I think that also alters the structure of your hair, because I know that my hair growing up and now is different. And so the way it would respond to products would be very different. So unconsciously, I have been sort of experimenting, and now I find that I think it's essential for people like me whose hair doesn't respond well to wash and goes. There are a number of reasons, and I'll show you how I've progressed to a point where I realize that other methods work better for my hair. Wash and goes haven't worked for me so far, and I attribute it to a number of things. First of all, my hair regime has always been natural, straight from the earth type of products. And what I'm realizing is that I think, especially because my hair is color treated, it wasn't effective enough. So the olive oils and the egg and avocado and things like that were not penetrating my hair shaft. And so although protein treatments are known to dry your hair, my hair was lifeless. Even if I moisturize it afterwards, deep condition, my hair just wouldn't respond to these treatments. So I always felt my hair was all of a sudden always dry. And I also did back-to-back deep conditioning. And what I mean by that is that I had my hair forever tied in saran wrap with some sort of deep conditioner. When I say deep conditioner, it would be conditioner with an oil, all kinds of things, but it will be saran wrapped, and I'll be wearing a cap or a scarf or something back to back. And what that does is your hair becomes so reliant on that constant intense moisture that when you leave it alone without it being deep conditioned for the few days that you wear a hairstyle, your hair is in shock. It doesn't have this moisture, and it sucks up everything, and it becomes this very dry, brittle, lifeless, limp looking thing. And then just by chance I realized that, you know what, people who have color treated hair, at least the ones I started to follow, have beautiful, healthy hair. And I just started to look at their regimes, and then I realized that none of them do back-to-back conditioners. They do deep condition, but not back-to-back. And then I found out that back-to-back deep conditioner is not the best thing. Back-to-back, your hair needs to breathe, your hair needs to survive on its own, your hair needs to be able to acclimatize. And then when you treat it that way, it becomes reliant so reliant on these products and this artificial moisturization. So that was a problem with my hair, and I think that also affected the fact that wash and goes would just not work. My hair would end up being this very dry mass of flaky conditioner. And then the next thing was, so that was a problem. And then, so what I decided to do was, I just decided to put together a damage control regime, and it just consisted of all kinds of products. You can look at my video on my damage control regime. All those products I use, and what that did was, it meant that I was moisturizing, treating my hair, sort of deep conditioning my hair without it being saran wrapped. I'm not saying don't do that. You can do that, but don't do it back to back. I would do that for weeks on end. My hair would always be under wraps. So my regime consisted of all kinds of products, water-based, oil-based, everything for damage repair. Everything was intensive, but I would do my hair. My hair would be styled, but I would have those products in my hair, and I would do the cream base, the butter, and the oil. I would do all three. And I did that from June, July to August intensively. Every day I had some product on there with some oil. Please check my damage control regime. I had that. Every day I oiled my hair, I moisturized it deeply, and I did a hairstyle. So my hair was exposed to the elements, but it still had this protection. And I did that, and I did that intensively for 3 months. And then now I just do it. I'm going to continue for the next 3 months. And what I realized was, even though I was doing this damage control regime, I was also using other products. Like I would use some curl defining products, but what I was finding that with the damage control regime, my hair suddenly had curl definition. Something that had been trying to achieve and couldn't get the curl definition. It just wouldn't happen. It wouldn't last. Even if I applied a product or conditioner, it will get curly, but it wouldn't last. It just not look right. And just with the regime, my hair suddenly had curls. I didn't even notice. Now that I had the curls, I didn't even care. I got what I wanted and I didn't even notice it. And I thought, oh my God, this is fantastic. But the problem was my hair was suffering from over-conditioning, and therefore now it had these protectants that were allowing it also to rejuvenate. I was also exposing it to the elements so it could also work with these products and the elements and get back to where it was before. So the damage control regime worked, and then what I started to do, and after I realized that after 3 months, I realized, my hair looked great. My hair was feeling good. It looked good. And then I tried the wash and go again. Still didn't work. And I still think it still didn't work because of the fact that my hair is color treated. So what I came up with, I used my 3 conditioner method. And this 3 conditioner method means that I use a water-based conditioner, an oil-based conditioner, and a sulfate-free, which I call a pasty conditioner. And I just apply to my hair, dry. I also realized because the water here is hard, it dries up my hair. So I rarely use water in my hair, apart from washing my hair, conditioner washing my hair. I don't use water like most people do. So my 3 conditioner method, which you can check my video, is another way of deep conditioning my hair but still wearing it out. And when my hair has my 3 conditioner method in, my hair isn't bouncy, it has swing, and when it dries silky, defined, soft. I mean, unbelievable. And so basically what I'm saying is, you're moisture training your hair when you do when you protect it all the time with an oil, a butter, a cream, when you consistently give it some sort of moisture, but in all three forms, you train it to be able to cope with and without the moisture. So when you don't have any of this moisture, your hair still can handle it. So my thing was, because I was doing this regime and sort of coaxing it and coaxing and coaxing, eventually it's able to do it on its own. And so that is what I mean by moisture training. And I think after that, if you were to do a wash and go, it would probably, your results would be better. But I train my hair to be able to retain the moisture, but not be so dependent on it that it would just suck it all in and suck it dry, and I would have this brillo pad, crisp, rough type of hair. And just moisture training your hair. So moisture training your hair is just ensuring that you're moisturizing your hair daily. It doesn't have to be daily, but often enough, weekly. I mean, you all know what your hair type is like. You're moisturizing it with a combination of products. You're moisturizing it. You can use water. If that works for you, you can use water, but let it be in conjunction with an oil, a grease, a cream, a butter. Just keep it healthy and balanced. You know how you want your hair to feel. So you apply enough product to a point where you feel you have enough. Your hair's happy with it. I needed a lot in the beginning, and then after the regime continued, I didn't need to apply as much product. It just got accustomed to it, and it got accustomed to it exposed to the elements like the sun, the wind, and it coped. I protected it so much that it became dependent on artificial moisturizers, and it should be able to survive on its own. Your hair should be able to survive on its own with its natural oils and still be fine. But when you put your hair under things like relaxers and coloring and the elements, it needs some additional help, but you can't oversaturate it. So I hope this has helped many of you. Give it a shot. Find some products. Just try it on your hair. Keep doing that until one day you're going to find that the curls are more defined. The curls come naturally. And you realize your hair has reached a stage where it is able to withstand any sort of external harshness, and it can just, it does what you want it to do without excessive treatment. So that's basically it for me in moisture training your hair. It's nothing difficult or frightening. It's just another way of taking care of your hair and ensuring that you're keeping it balanced. Natural products work for all of us, and they may not be as intensive as the more, let's say, artificial or commercial products on the market. But what those commercial products have, they have the additional additives that maybe the natural products don't have, that can help your hair. And this is not just for everybody. People who are fine doing the olive oil and the avocado and the eggs and stuff, and their hair is fine. Those of us who need additional care need to also buy some of the products on the market. Like I started using protein fillers, and since then my hair, when I color it, it doesn't feel that dry after. I also use like color enhancers, so they come in form of conditioners. So you can use those to also help your hair through the after color process. I also use things like ruse. It's also a sort of protein filler, and all these things are part of a regime for your hair. And if you use them in combination with other methods, you will find that you will be able to have hair that hair that is balanced and healthy and looks good. So basically, I think that is all I wanted to say, and hope this has helped you in some way or another. This is my hair. In my hair right now, I have my 3 conditional methods. So I do have like a moisture-based conditioner, an oil-based conditioner, and a sulfate-free, like a pasty conditioner for hold. What I also did was I put some Eco Styler gel, but I'm not a gel person, but I just wanted to see what it would do to my hair. I didn't quite like it, so I just put the conditioner over it. So this is it. So hope this has helped, and I would love comments on what sort of regimes you use, what works for you, what doesn't work for you, if your hair is color treated, what you found that works well. I think knowledge is power, and we need to share our information. You never know whose life you will touch. I think of all the girls who color treat their hair that I could follow, and they're not many, they're probably 3. Electric TV, and Guerrero 1, and Letter 510, and they all color their hair all the time, and their hair always looks good. So follow someone you think not necessarily has hair like yours, but has a regime or uses some methodologies that you like, or and that's what I do. I don't necessarily just follow people with color treated hair. I follow people who do makeup. I don't even wear makeup apart from maybe lipstick, because you never know what videos they might upload that help you. So this is just my way of sharing my experience and my knowledge, and I hope it comes to it be of benefit to you. But would love for you to share information with me. The more knowledge, the more powerful you become. Thank you.